The funniest thing I've ever heard about myself was a Russian man telling me, "Ty как русский, но просто немножко загорел." So he was talking about my complexion. Hello everyone, my name is Emma and I'm a final year medical student studying at Siberian State Medical University. This is my YouTube channel. You are welcome and thanks for joining me. Coming closer to the end of my med school journey, and which might probably be the end of my stay in Russia, I decided to carry you along and tell you some of the things I'm doing in my day-to-day activities. But in today's video, I'm just gonna tell you a little about myself. Let's dive into it. I was born in Enugu, Nigeria, which is a West African country colonized by Britain many years ago. And in 1st October 1960, Nigeria became officially an independent nation. Fast forward to 2015 when I flew over 14 hours from Lagos, Nigeria to Russia to start my med school journey. And right there at the airport, I got the first shock of being in a foreign country. It was plus 26 in Lagos, Nigeria when I left, and by the time I got to Moscow, it was already minus 25. Well, I was still trying to deal with the weather, and then I met the nightmare, which was the language. It was as if everybody was speaking in tongues. Почему-ты приехал в Россию? And I didn't understand one bit. It was the beginning of my struggle with Russian language. But after that, I flew to Kazan where I started my Russian language class. You know, it wasn't fun initially being in a Russian language class as a foreigner when the teacher jumps into the class and say, "У нас сегодня именительный падеж." And teacher shouts something like, "Твой, твоя, твою, и твои." So you don't understand anything. It was so frustrating being in Russian language class initially, and it sounded so stupid, but this turns out to be one of the advice I'm gonna give to anyone who wanna visit Russia. You must know the language. After my Russian language class, I decided to move to Tomsk, where I live now, where I study. And in my next video, I'm gonna tell you why I decided to do so. Okay, let's stop the whole moving about from Nigeria to Moscow, to Kazan, and to Tomsk, and let's return to talking about me. So, if you meet me for the first time, the very first thing you're gonna notice is my height. I am 190 centimeters, and the Russians talked about it a lot. After meeting with someone, after the usual, "Приятно познакомиться," some people get to say something like, "Ты очень высокий человек." So it means that I'm a very tall person. The funniest thing I've ever heard about myself was a Russian man telling me, "Ты как русский, но просто немножко загорел." So he was talking about my complexion. Okay, if you've made it this far with me, hit the subscribe button so hard. Not hard enough to destroy your gadget, but just enough to change the color. And let's continue. Apart from studying 6 days a week in med school, I've also got a part-time job as an ESL teacher, which is something I love so much and I'm passionate about doing it. As you all know, English is not the official language of Russia. They speak Russian. So many people just want to find someone to practice with. That's why so many of my students are here for speaking classes, general English, and IELTS. By the way, if you're my student and you're here watching this video, shout out to you. On average, I have 4 to 5 students in a day, and that's why my friends always ask me, how do you juggle everything together? Being a first-class student in Med University and also having to work 4 to 5 hours in a day. Well, I wouldn't say it's been so easy, but that brings us to my journey with productivity. Of course, in the past, I've missed out a lot of time on hanging out, meeting with friends, and chilling out, and parties, and all of those things. Well, my approach to productivity is not different from what you've already known, such as building a system around what you are doing, prioritizing, delegating, writing to-do lists, and stuff like that. That's why one of my favorite books of all time might be Getting Things Done by David Allen. As I say, all works and no play makes Jack a dull boy. When I'm not teaching, I'm not studying my medical textbooks, or I'm not doing any other thing productive, I might be out there playing soccer with my friends. This is one of the things I enjoy doing so much and I love it. I might not be the most talented footballer you see out there as I just play for fun. Sometimes I prefer to just go jogging or running as I live close to the mini stadium. Listening to TED videos, podcasts and things like that are things that really help my self-development. Another thing I do in my spare time, which I love so much, is strumming my guitar. I'm not the best guitar player you could ever imagine, but just enough to relax and enjoy the transcendence. I love this guitar so much that I gave it a name, Fortune. There's a lot behind that name, but I'll tell you about it in subsequent videos. Well, it looks pretty old as I bought it from a second-hand online shop in my first year of med school and it became one of my best friends. Well, sometimes I decide to be a lazy man for the day. I just put my feet up or lie down on the couch and watch my favorite EPL or the UEFA Champions League. I'm also not the best when it comes to films and TV shows, but I've watched a couple of them. So it shocks my Russian friends when they ask me, have you watched this film? And I say no, they go like, "Почему ты не смотрел это?" My favorite show is The Good Doctor, as I love how Freddie Highmore interpreted the autistic doctor. I usually give a perfect description of me when I tell people that I'm just a man in search of the meaning of his life. One of my favorite quotes of all time is follow your dreams, follow your heart, but carry your brain along. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it and hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notification because I'll be posting new videos every week. That brings us to the end of this video. I remain Emma Medic and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.